foreign policy question.
I mean, they don't have a governor in California. They have a man that wants to give away everything to people that nobody's seen before. If we didn't go into Los Angeles with the military, which did a fantastic job, but if we didn't go into Los Angeles bringing in the National Guard, I would have brought the military if it was necessary, because you have to. We have the right to. That was another thing upheld by the Supreme Court. But if we didn't go in with the National Guard and be strong and tough, you wouldn't maybe have Los Angeles. It would be like the rest of California, the rest of Los Angeles. They lost 25,000 houses in a fire. They should have lost none. You know, I sent the water down. I had to break into their water supply because they just refused to do it. They're crazy. There's something wrong with them. They have plenty of water. They don't have droughts or anything. They have plenty. We let it come down from the Pacific Northwest. They routed all the water out into the Pacific Ocean for environmental reasons, okay? And now you have 25,000 houses, none of which would have burned down if you had the water. They didn't have water. They didn't have water for the fire pumps. They didn't have water in the sprinkler systems that people put in. So the answer is we're going to work with governors. We're going to work with radical left Democrats and Democrats, and we're going to make it good for everybody. We'll have to stop the crime in those, or in the case of the cities, I think I can say just about all cities with heavy crime are run by Democrats. Go ahead. Yeah, with the glasses.
I'm with you.
Go ahead, yes. Yeah, no, the man behind you, yeah, please.
President Trump, Anthony Mashak from Anthony, Lebanon. I want to ask you regarding the threats posed by Iran's allies and proxies operating in the U.S. They were threatening your life. So what do you say about that? And regarding the Lebanon, because Hezbollah is as well part of Iran's allies, is there any time frame in Lebanon regarding disarming Hezbollah in Lebanon?
Yeah. Lebanon is a great place with brilliant people. You know, it was known for the professors and doctors and had an incredible history. And hopefully we can bring it back again. I just appointed a friend of mine who's Lebanese, and I didn't know he was Lebanese. I've known him for 20 years, very, very successful man. And I just appointed him. And I said, why would you want that? He said, because I was born there, I was raised there, I love it. I love it so much. I said, you know, it's very dangerous going to Lebanon as ambassador. And he said, that's what they say, but I don't care about danger. I mean, this is a guy that is just a very big business guy. He wants to give up his whole life to go to Lebanon because he believes in it so much. We're with Lebanon all the way. We'll try and straighten it out. Threaten my life? Yeah, they have threatened. I get that throbbing feeling every once in a while. Get that throbbing feeling, but you know what? That's okay. This is a dangerous business. What I do is a dangerous business. You know, I tell the story of the car companies and different people in different professions. You have race car drivers as an example. 1/10 of 1% die. Bull riders, 1/10 of 1%. That's not a lot, but it's people die. When you're president, it's about 5%. If somebody would have told me that, maybe I wouldn't have run. Okay? This is a very dangerous profession. Yeah, please. By the way, so many questions. Should we keep this going, Pam? This is the opposite of Biden. Biden would take a half a question and he'd leave without answering it. Go ahead. You tell me when it gets boring. Okay.
Hey there, besties. Your president is speaking, child. No, this is not AI. This is going on right now. He's doing a news conference. I don't even know why I just saw it. What is he doing? Watch live the White House news conference on SCOTUS's birthright citizenship ruling, and they've clearly moved on from that because he's just taking all the questions. So might as well listen, because this shit is like comedy, child. It's like comedy.
They hit the equivalent of a refrigerator door. They actually hit it right in the center, so it's much smaller than that. And just bomb after bomb going deeper, deeper, blowing up. Incredible, incredible thing. I don't know if you heard the general. He was very impressive. Raisin Cane. You know, he's the one that beat ISIS for me. And he did it in a matter of weeks. And I was told it was going to take 4 or 5 years. And when I got this job, I always said, if I get this job, I'm going to put that guy as the head of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, and Dan Kane. And he when I heard his name was Raisin. His nickname is Raisin, Raisin Cane. I said, you got to be kidding. So I liked him right from the beginning, but he knocked out ISIS in a time that nobody ever thought possible. And when this attack was completed and so successful, I said, now I know how you knocked out ISIS so quickly. But we have the best people. We have the best equipment in the world. You know, I rebuilt the military during my 4 years, during my other term. We have the best equipment in the world. The problem is we gave away, you know, a lot of it, but small, relatively speaking. We gave a lot of it away to Afghanistan. Shouldn't have happened. That just shows how incompetent they were. They gave all that equipment away, billions and billions of dollars worth.
Oh Lord. All right. So why is he up here, child? Let me let me bring this damn thing up. I didn't realize it stopped playing. My bad, y'all. My bad. Shout out to everybody who's here. I appreciate you. Shout out to y'all for lunch on a Friday. TGIF. I just got online and this is what was going on. Trying to figure out what was going on. Clearly Trump has time today. Okay, clearly he has time today. But in a win for Trump, the U.S. Supreme Court limits judges' power to block birthright citizenship order. All right. So in summary, policy is part of Trump's hardline immigration stance. Plaintiffs say order violates constitutional provision. Order could affect 150,000 babies born annually in the U.S. and conservative justices power the court's 6-3 ruling. So there's probably going to be a lot of protests this weekend, I would assume. U.S. Supreme Court dealt a blow on Friday to the power of federal judges by restricting their ability to grant broad legal relief in cases as the justices acted in a fight over Trump's bid to limit birthright citizenship, ordering lower courts that blocked his policy to reconsider the scope of their orders. The court's 6-3 ruling, authored by conservative Justice Amy Coney Barrett, did not let Trump's policy go into effect immediately and did not address the policy's legality. The justices granted a request by the Trump administration to narrow the scope of 3 nationwide injunctions issued by federal judges in Maryland, Massachusetts, and Washington state that halted enforcement of his directive while litigation challenging the policy plays out. So he probably called up Tom before he did this news conference and said, hurry the hell up and get him the hell on up out of here, just in case the justices decide to change their minds later. With the court's conservatives and the majority and its liberals dissenting, the ruling specified that Trump's executive order cannot take effect until 30 days after Friday's ruling. The ruling thus raises the prospect of Trump's order eventually taking effect in some parts of the country. So let me see. Hold on. Child. I'm trying to see if the blogs have picked up on it. Excuse me. Because you know they're going to have something to say. What's going on? How come they ain't got this up here? How come they don't have this posted? What's going on? Oh, there we go. Baller alert. Shout out to Baller Alert. Donald Trump is claiming a giant win. Oh, goodness gracious. Well, I guess you can hear me. Let me know that you can hear me. Donald Trump is claiming a giant win after the Supreme Court ruled in favor of his administration's effort to restrict birthright citizenship and limit the power of federal judges to issue sweeping nationwide blocks. Okay, thank you. Shout out to Celine. In a 6-3 decision, all right, we heard that. Trump, who signed the executive order on the first day of the new term this year, declared that children born in the U.S. to undocumented immigrants or temporary visa holders should no longer be granted automatic citizenship. The move immediately sparked backlash and lawsuits from civil rights groups in 22 states. Multiple federal judges issued universal injunctions, effectively stopping the policy nationwide until now. Reacting on social media, President Trump wrote giant win in the United States Supreme Court and called the birthright citizenship issue a hoax. He said the ruling strikes a blow against what he sees as the exploitation of the immigration system. Trump also praised Attorney General Pam Bondi, Solicitor General John Sauer. Wait. And the DOJ and announced a news conference at the White House, blah, 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 blah. So let's see what the comments are. Sorry, y'all. It says, if you know anyone who voted for this, stay away or cut them from your life. They're not worth your time. If that's the case, his children wouldn't be citizens. That is true. That is true. Because Melania, that would be Barron, right? Because Melania is foreigner. She's Heather, right? And I guess so was Ivanka's mom, right? Ain't she out of here? Let me stop killing people, allegedly, deleting people, because child, I'll be wrong. Some of y'all acting like only Latinos get birthright citizenship and acting like it only affects them. All right, Celine, know what's going on. Didn't this dude have a son with an immigrant? And did. If a person is born in the United States, they're a citizen by birth. What's not clicking? This country is unraveling quickly. Uh-oh. So we're just going to ignore the fact that his own family going as far back as his own father benefited from birthright citizenship? I don't know about his father, but definitely his kids have benefited. Listen, I'm not saying that none of this makes sense, but I think the point is that if your parents are going to be caught up in the, excuse me, if you're here illegally and they're sending you back, I think the key might be being here legally or illegally. I could be wrong. Y'all let me know. So if they're here illegally and we got to send both your parents back, even though you were born in the United States, how do you get to stay here? Who's going to take care of you if you're a minor? So I think the point is that you're going to have to go back with your parents. That's what I'm hearing. And let me know if I'm getting it wrong. So when is Barron and Melania getting deported? So they're talking about illegals, right? This just came up. I just happened to come across this. It's illegals, right?
This is amazing.
Okay. Thank you for confirming. That's what would make sense. Shout out to Fit Granny coming in on the clutch. Shout out to you. Fit Granny about to be an MSDEP, okay? Because she be knowing. It's illegal immigrants having babies over here. His wives were legal citizens. Exactly. But yes, they definitely tethers because they're not from the United States. But like Fit Granny says, that's what I'm like, okay, well, we're talking about illegals that are being sent back to where they came from. And just because they happen to have a kid, you can't just leave the kid here. Somebody got to take care of them, and we don't want to take care of them. So they're going back with you. Now, maybe there may be something in there that says, all right, well, when you get old enough, you can bring your ass back since you was here. Maybe they got dual citizenship or something. I don't know the intricacies of this. I just know his ass was on when I came on. I said, ain't no way we going to let this go. Plus, he's up there like he ain't got nothing to do. Donald Trump sitting up there taking all these questions like he ain't got nothing better to do in the world today, y'all. He was just up there. I take your question. He a lot more alert than Biden is. I'm just saying. Shout out to Trend. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Shout out to all of y'all, whatever it is where you at. He said, well, what do we have here? Cans and a hoodie, no hat. You getting ready for a fight? I mean, beautiful. Let's go. Child, I actually had to work this morning, child. It's a little, I got windows open because it's a little, not chilly, but it's not hot. So that's why I got a sweatshirt on. And listen, I don't have time all the time. Excuse me. I don't have time all the time, y'all. So this is what it is. But yeah, so people don't think it's clearly a difference between legal and illegal immigrants. And I'm telling you, in these comments, listening to these comments, these people just are like, anything this man does is going to be negative. I thought they was upset when the illegals started coming over here and taking resources allegedly that they couldn't get. Specifically, I remember Chicago. That's the one that stands out in my head. Because they was like, oh, you're going to get them into that school. And we was trying to get this school open for our kids and you ain't do nothing for us. And in New York, where they was comfortable in them damn hotels in Manhattan. And then all of a sudden they wanted to send them to the Brooklyn, if I'm not mistaken. And they wanted to protest and say, oh, no, you can't go. But then complaining about them in this. It's like, what do y'all want? What do y'all want? That's a serious question. Because now I'm telling you, not every, but just about every Black person I've talked to over the last week, they all talking about, so when we leaving the country and where we going? And I just be like, who the hell are they talking to? What y'all talking about? What's going on? What I miss? Because of Trump. I'm like, child, why are y'all so focused in on what the hell he doing? Let that man work. Like, you wasn't even as focused on Joe Biden until he was trying to give you something. Student loan forgiveness and whatever the hell else he was promising to give for the free. Now this one, every move this man makes, it's like, it's negative. I thought y'all wanted them illegals here. And you know why these illegals are here at the end of the day is because Joe Biden allowed it and Cam allowed it. You know, the border czar that try to act like she ain't the border czar, even though I got a video saying that she was appointed the border czar. Now you got a real border czar who is out here trying to get these people on up out of here. Now they're over here protesting and everything in California to try to get these same people to stay here. Hold on. You know, I got to check the job. Hold on, y'all. All right. Now they're fighting for the people to stay here, which are the people that they wanted them to not be here because it was taking away the resource. Child. I figured these comments would be commenting like this. Let's see. Why he put same year in parentheses, what that mean? I don't know what that means. The next president has a lot of cleaning up to do. That would be J.D. Vance. That's definitely going to be J.D. Vance, yeah. Even though the 14th Amendment is definitely still the law of the land, my favorite part was when he mentioned babies of slaves, but conveniently hopped over the part where the slave owners had questionable citizenship at best. All right, I missed that part. The Supreme Court giving Trump everything he wants, almost as if they work for him. Well, maybe Obama should have pushed to have an appointment when what's her name died, Ruth Bader Ginsburg. But y'all ain't got time for these people. Shout out to y'all. We moving on, all right? Because I ain't got all day. TGIF though, y'all. Hit the like button for me. Shout out to Eyes. I'm sure she's probably live. Appreciate you, boo. She say, hey, y'all, happy Friday. Shout out to y'all. Happy Friday, TGIF, okay? Did I say, who did I say the other day? Emmanuel Lewis or Gary Coleman? Child, I get them confused. But this just happened to come up on my feed on Instagram. And it says, yo, Lil Gary Coleman, also known as Arnold, was a totally different person away from the set of Different Strokes. It seems like he ain't play no games, okay? One thing about Gary Coleman, he had no problem putting biatches in their place. I never knew he was raw like this. Wait, because you might not be able to hear it. Hold on. Sorry.
And everything else. Pardon me?
You can go yourself.
Really?
And quit asking
Is that
me.
the way you talk to your wife?
Yeah, if I have to, if I need to, but I don't. And I don't know you, and I don't care about
And
you.
is this the kind of
and your
anger
life
that leads to your
doesn't
physical assault?
matter
Wife?
to me.
Let me tell you
So
what I'm
my
gonna
life
ask you to
doesn't
do.
matter to you. Drown tonight, or get hit by a bus tonight. I'm not gonna care because she's pushing my buttons, and I don't like her now. And the next thing I'm gonna do is leave. So all of you.
Because your wife and everything else. Pardon me?
You can go yourself.
Really?
And quit asking me.
Is that the way you talk to your wife?
Yeah, if I have to, if I need to, but I don't. And I don't know you, and I don't care about you.
And is this the kind of
your
anger
life
that leads to your
doesn't
physical assault?
matter to me.
Let me tell you
So
what I'm
my
gonna
life
ask you to
doesn't
do.
matter to you. Hold on.
Yo, ain't that Niecy Nash? What is this? Insider? The Insider or something like that? This is obviously old.
Or get hit by a bus tonight. I'm not gonna care because she's pushing my buttons, and I don't like her now. And the next thing I'm gonna do is leave. So all of you.
Because your wife.
Child, shout out to Gary Coleman. I don't know why more people don't leave when they be in these dumbass situations like that, because I most certainly be the fuck out of there. I ain't got time to be sitting around arguing with you. He said, white woman, I don't give a fuck, okay? Get on my face. So Gary Coleman is the one that's alive, right? Wait. Arnold is the one that's alive, right? All right. I'm trying to make up for yesterday. I think it was yesterday anyway. But shout out to that little who'd that come from? Hits on Fire on Instagram. Instagram got everything, y'all. Shout out to everybody that's sending me shit too. I appreciate you. Don't think I don't see you. Oh, wait, he died? Well, so Emmanuel Lewis is alive then? I'm getting my short people confused. No shade. I'm getting my short people confused. Y'all need to help me, child. Y'all gotta help me. So this is from the Wegro, whoever the hell that is. This video never gets old, blaming racism and Trump for their obesity, child. We already know. Being called the N-word every day is the reason why Black people have chronic illnesses. Damn.
Hate when people talk about Black women being obese. I hate it because it becomes a way to blame us for a set of conditions that we didn't create. We are living in the Trump era. And look, those policies kill our people. And what public health practitioners think is that our stress responses in the body change our metabolism. It's literally that the racism that you're experiencing and the struggle to make ends meet actually means the diet don't work for you the same.
It just never gets old. But look at this. So before Donald Trump became president the first time, what was the reason? Did anybody ever ask that question, Bueller? You know what I'm saying? Before Trump became president, what was the reason for the big backedness? Anybody know? Because I know there was some big ass people prior to Donald damn Trump. And of course, Walmart is racist, of course. Everything is racism. You can't, the Donald Trump is the problem. Racism is the problem. Being called the N-word every day is the problem. Colors, are we really going to act like y'all sound like you don't have some issues in the mind? Not y'all, you know what I'm saying. I'm just saying. General, after yesterday, it's not just Black women. It's not just Black women. It's an overall thing for colors. General says, sounds like a lot of Black women are mad they couldn't get to those athletes and men when they were at the bottom. All I can tell Black women is you should have listened to Kevin Samuels when he told y'all to compete. Okay, are you talking about the thumbnail? We're going to get to it in a second. But I'm just talking about like this right here. And after we heard what's his name yesterday, talk about the reason that Black people have such a hard time with chronic diseases is because they're getting called the M-word every day. Now, I don't know where they do that at. Maybe it's where y'all live. Y'all can let me know wherever the hell y'all live that y'all got all these problems. But look at her. Look at her. Look at it. Child, is that should be a piece for like 3 people at least. What is this, the Golden Corral? I hate the Golden Corral. That's a good looking piece of steak though, child.
Hate when people talk about Black women being obese. I hate it because it becomes a way to blame us for a set of conditions that we didn't create. We are living in the Trump era. And look, those policies kill our people. And what public health practitioners think is that our stress responses in the body change our metabolism. It's literally that the racism that you're experiencing and the struggle to make ends meet actually means the diet don't work for you the same.
I'm telling you, it just never gets old.
Shut the fuck up. Shut all the way the fuck up until you reach the top of Shut Fuck Mountain where there are no more fuck ups to shut.
Moving on though, y'all. Moving on. Yo, weight is becoming a theme around here, y'all. Shout out to JP for sending this to me. This is on Instagram, Kings of Legacies. Sometimes I don't know if it's best to laugh, cry, or cry, laugh. And I think we should all just laugh. Type 2 diabetes is primarily caused by insulin resistance, which means your body's cells stop responding properly to insulin. This is the hormone that helps move sugar, glucose, from your blood into your cells for energy. Over time, the pancreas can't keep up with the increased demand for insulin, and your blood sugar levels stay high. My name is Kari Loyal. I help men build strong, lean physiques, cutting fat and boosting testosterone through high-protein diets and power building, okay? So
This is amazing.
we're going to see what the issue might be going on around here, because I'm sure it's Donald Trump's fault. Shout out to Kevin in the building. Thank you, honey. Said just tuned in. The first thing I see is not a Snorflax eating a whole chicken. Yes, we laughing at it today. Shout out to you. I appreciate you. Shout out to all of y'all. Please make sure you hit the like button, subscribe if you are new. Listen up, child.
Not listening to a man, I'm so sorry.
If you was in a long-term relationship with a man, would you want him to take full control over the health and wellness in that relationship?
No.
No?
Why is he telling me what to do?
What if he knows a lot more about fitness and health?
He doesn't.
No?
I'm not listening to a man, I'm so sorry.
Why not?
I'm not listening to a man. I'm so sorry.
Because why is he not listening to me?
Let's just...
Why are y'all not listening to her and all these other women, Bueller? If y'all don't get it together, you crusty, dusty, musty, rusty, ashy ass bums, and listen to these men. These women. If you don't get from behind Kevin Samuels and Tariq Nasheed and get behind black women, like what's her name told y'all to do, y'all gonna end up in a bad way, child. Y'all gonna end up in a bad way. Now, which one of these women would y'all choose? Now, which one of these women would y'all choose? They better leave me the fuck alone. This woman on the right, the woman on the middle, or the woman on the end, the white girl. All right. So it's
This is amazing.
the lady on the right talking, the woman in the middle, the black girl. Well, I love that outfit. She looking good, child. And then the white girl. Which one are y'all choosing? Okay. Zeroic, thank you, hon. He said, then I guess she wouldn't want to listen to me about fitness. I'm a personal trainer, by the way. Shout out to you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Y'all, I did 45 push-ups yesterday. I'm so excited and happy. I couldn't even believe it. Like, not all at once, though. Not all at once. I'm not even going to lie. I was supposed to do 3 sets of 15 because I was with my trainer yesterday. I'm going after this. And he's like, 15 on one of those push-up things. So I had to put my hands on the push-up thing. I don't know what you call it. It's a step stool or something. 15. I started hemming and hawing. He's like, 15. I said, I can't do it. He said, 15. I did 8. I was so excited. I did 8 in a row. I was like, oh my God, I'm strong. He said, yeah, you getting strong now. Get your ass down there and finish. Oh my God, I couldn't believe it. I ain't no push-up doing person unless you know how you do it like a girl does it where they're on their knees and then they go up. It's straight on my toes. So I was so fucking happy and excited. I'm just like, all right, I guess I better stick with this shit, okay? So don't think that the belly button ring is gone. It is not, okay? It's still coming, allegedly. We'll see. Anyway, anybody choosing this lady? Bueller? Anybody choosing this lady? Bueller? Why she look like with the hair, no shade, the cowardly lion? I love this skirt on the black girl in the middle, child. I love that.
To say, if you was in a relationship with me and I wanted to get you in better fitness, would you listen to me?
How much money does your company make a year? Like, I think that's the question. Like if I'm listening to you, like the paycheck needs to match the advice you're giving me. So like a Fortune 500 company, okay, I'll listen because I'm getting paid to listen at that point.
Okay, so what if you had type 2 diabetes and I wanted to help you reverse that? Would you listen to me then?
Well, you can't reverse type 2 diabetes, unfortunately.
Why do you say that?
Well, you can ease the symptoms with lifestyle changes, but like you can't really get rid of it 100%. We don't even really know what causes diabetes, medically speaking.
Most of type 2 diabetes come from being overweight to obese and having an excess of
if you're trying, okay, yes, you're trying to get your woman in shape, but like, where are those standards coming from?
Those standards are coming from the man having higher standards in health and wellness than you do. So if he's able, with
that man, I'm so sorry.
If he's able to communicate that to you, he can improve your health and wellness and for you to live a longer, healthier lifestyle.
I'm not listening to a man. I'm so sorry.
If you was in a long...
I'm not listening to a man. I'm so sorry. Y'all asking about where that money question come from. Child, who knows, child? Who knows? He is the actual person. Like, this is real. So this is not fake because he's got the shirt on for this Instagram channel. And obviously he's in shape. So... oh, look, her thing says sexy and strong, sexy and single. And this girl's the birthday girl. And then this one on the right is the bad influence. It all makes sense now. Not changing the percentage that 97% of women don't know what the F they talking about. Listen, I don't know about all things, but I can definitely tell when people don't know about money and finance. And credit, I definitely can tell that. And real estate, that's what I know. But now you just like 97%. Oh, no. You could be right. But shout out to the girl in the middle, at least. And shout out to this man for trying to do something to help people that do not want to help themselves, child. But let me get on into this. So this is Revolt. Amanize, are you still here? This is Revolt. And this lady here, whoever she is, the host of this show, says, why do Black athletes always, it says always, date white women? Preference, proximity, and power. Just FYI, okay? We got to listen to this because I got to get into this. And then if I have time for anything else, then I will.
Hey, everybody, what is up? Welcome to the very first TPB Draft 2025. I'm your host, Lene Beni, and with the NBA draft looming, I figured now's a good time as any to ask, why do all these Black athletes end up with white women? It's a question that has community-wide implications, with interracial dating serving as the crux of these huge waste of time gender wars online. Well, somebody's got to have the conversation. In today's episode, we will explore all sides of this debate and even widen the scope because, as we know, it is not just a sports world phenomenon. So get ready to lock in with the Dream Team right here today on...
It's not even just a sports world. It's all of y'all out here messing around with white women. Laney Vaney. Y'all ever heard of this lady, Bueller?
Or kick a ball, there's always been a line of women behind him ready to cash that check. Yeah. And I mean, cash is in cash in on their love for that man. But what we've seen over the years is that these successful Black athletes have a certain affinity.
Hold on. I'm sorry. So she talking about the white women is trying to cash in after we just listened to that Black lady talk about how much does your business make when he was talking about fitness? Ciao.
Hey, the knee. Yeah. So let's get into it. Without further ado, your TPB Draft 2025. I did all that off the cuff. That was good. Yeah. Now, this is the TPB draft, but the conversation can't be all about the men, because after all, the draft night is a big night for the women involved too. The coaches are looking for their best shooter, and so are we. Let me set the scene. Since there has been a fine 6'something man willing to shoot, dribble, pass, steal, or kick a ball, there's always been a line of women behind him ready to cash that check. Yeah. And I mean, cash is in cash in on their love for that man. But what we've seen over the years is that these successful Black athletes have a certain affinity for blonde hair and blue eyes that we often criticize for various understandable reasons. However,
we often criticize for various understandable reasons. You know this, you hear her saying that it transcends to y'all. That's why we watching this, because y'all know that you included in this, right? You crusty, dusty musties. All y'all do is choose white women and take all your finances and all your money and you give it to them, as opposed to the lady we just watched on the last segment that y'all need to go ahead and take her up out of here and marry her and SYCBM and give all your money to her and all your resources and everything else. Y'all better get it together.
I won't say I'm going to play devil's advocate because the enemy can't get a damn thing from me. But I will say that there are some nuances that might add some context to the conversation around successful Black athletes dating white women. With that being said, welcome to our own draft, ladies, the 2025 BEG draft. That's right, the blue-eyed girlfriend draft, consisting of generic Black athlete and all the women fighting to become his blue-eyed girlfriend. And though not blue-eyed...
Well, damn, they got a whole bracket going on. Wait. Do y'all know these people? HBCUs? Do y'all know these people?
BEG draft. That's right, the blue-eyed girlfriend draft, consisting of generic Black...
The blue-eyed girlfriend draft. Wow. I tell you.
The 2025 BEG draft. That's right, the blue-eyed girlfriend draft, consisting...
Black lady versus white lady. Black lady versus... Oh my God, what is wrong with these people? Woo, Lord, help your people.
A generic Black athlete and all the women fighting to become his blue-eyed girlfriend. And though not blue-eyed themselves, Black women actually participate in this draft as well, whether they know it or not. So let's break down some of the factors that lead our future sports stars right on into their Caucasian happily ever after. So here we have them, ladies, bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, coming in all colors, shapes, and sizes. But for the purposes of this argument, let's zero in on the Black ones and the white one.
It's fast because I have it sped up, y'all. Just FYI for somebody coming like, why is she talking so fast? She's not. I've sped it up because, child, I got to get back to work. I can't be getting fired either.
These young women come into college and as tradition would have it, the men swarm. But what is it that takes a girl from dating the cafeteria dish boy to dating the most promising recruit of the season? Let's find out. First of all, Black women are the most educated racial gender group in terms of college degree attainment.
Shout out to the most educated. Y'all should have known that was coming up, right? Shout out to my girl. She said, here's a thought. Put the energy used to make this segment into making yourself a better woman in marriage material. Why? When she can just contribute to exactly what she just spoke about as an issue earlier, the online gender wars, why she puts this shit up here, doing a whole bracket, white women against black women fighting for black men. Because it says in the title, why do black athletes always date white women? Always, in every single situation. That's what always means, right? No exceptions at all.
They hold a larger share of bachelor's degrees, master's degrees, and doctorates than any other race, gender.
Bachelor degrees and master's degrees and doctorates, and child dumb as a box of fucking rocks most of the time with no common fucking sense. None. Child, just because you go into that daggone classroom and you're able to pass a test don't mean that you're smarter. It just means that you went to school. And she didn't say at the top of the student loan debt. I wonder why she didn't say that, child. I'll say it. Top of the student loan debt too.
Group in the United States. So as one would have it, when they get to college, it's clear that they mean business. Therefore, school choice within itself can be a deterrent from the start. That D1 university may have the coin, but doesn't have the degree program they're looking for. Are they giving out scholarships for their field of study? Then premier HBCUs, on the other hand, got a reputation, high academic standards, legacy, cultural value.
Don't most HBCUs have problems keeping money there and being able to have the money to have all these types of programs? And remember when what is his name, Prime Time left Jackson University or something like that, and they all had a fit because he was taking all his prestige and everything else with him, and then took it to the white school. I guess we forget about all that. Or that school that Oprah goes to or went to, and they don't have any money. And then down there with the FAMU, with the issue with that lady, child, but you just go ahead and say whatever you want. Same old crap, different daggone day.
Acceleration programs geared for black women. And not to mention a little something nice to look at on campus that's probably on the same type of time as you. Wait.
Yeah, you got good looking black women on campus that y'all can look at. Look at that. That's all that matters. Just go to a HBCU, yeah. Shout out to Lincoln and Cheney. Shout out to those schools, but let's not act, well, for those that are in the area, let's not act like we ain't heard over many years that they're losing their accreditation because they don't have money, funds, and whatever the hell it is that they're supposed to do statewide in order to keep the damn school accredited. I know, I'm in the area. I didn't heard it. Now, I don't know about any of these other places. I just know about those two schools. Been hearing it since I was in freaking school.
HBCUs have sports programs too. Are they good ones? I didn't think so. The black men at HBCUs are far more likely to be focused on academics and careers outside of the sports industry. So moving on.
And yet y'all still don't get married to them. So if they're the best and the best athletes and the smartest,
whatever the case is, the choice to stick to their skin folk already knocks a few black women off the board. On the other hand, you have our prospective NBA draft pick, who, if he's an NBA draft pick, likely chose this life a long time ago, because ball is life. He's tall, dark, and handsome. And unlike the black women in the first bracket, that D1 university has everything that he needs. By his junior year of high school, his coach was already breeding him to be the top player at his state school. So while he may miss out on the swag surfing and pretending to know all the words to dreams and nightmares at some random block party on the quad on a Wednesday.
Oh, we know dreams and nightmares. That's where she put y'all at. Y'all know all the words of dreams and nightmares. Most younger black kids do, like 25 and under. Because my kid, 36 and well, how old is she? 32. 32 know all the damn words to that song. Child, I don't. Till they start the beat come in. I don't know none of that. Shout out to Devon. Thank you, honey. Said Anton Daniel says black athletes pedestalize women. I don't know. I have no idea. I don't pay attention to none of it. But she was talking about it, so I said, let's listen to what she got to say.
Wednesday night, he sleeps good, knowing those checks are always going to clear. Next up for my ladies still in the running. There's a question of what exactly everybody came to college for. Yes, everyone is ultimately here for an education. Please. But to make it to the top of the BEG draft, you have.
Yeah, that's right. At least she knows that they're not there for education. I'm not saying they're not going to get educated, but what they want is to have the college experience. That's why there's so many people that are in debt because of the fact they want to have the college experience, which is the number one reason to go. Go, party, live on your own, eat when you want, F who you want, have over whoever you want, do whatever you want, go on vacations whenever you want, have some classes in there that works around your social life schedule. Toss a few papers up in there, and then at the end, then you get to be gone. That's why that student loan debt is so much. Even though your mom and your daddy live around the corner, you got to live on campus so that you can be out there doing whatever the hell it is that you want to do. Then come time for you to pay that shit back. Then all of a sudden, it's racism.
You have to be focused on your man, too. According to TikTok, many young white women are groomed to prioritize getting that ring before spring.
According to TikTok. So the most educated are going to TikTok to get their information. Shout out to her.
When they go to school. On the other hand, some of the Black women left have bigger fish to fry due to several socioeconomic factors, due to, well, racism. They're at college for...
Of course. Oh, Lord, it just never ends, y'all. It's the racism for the end, no matter what.
Oh, you're being a racist! Racist!
And yet you keep going there, even though there's racism. I'm confused. What am I missing, child? All this racism, why do y'all stay here? It's so racist here. I'd be just so confused. Why? Child, yes, Robert, if it's not because of the weight, if it's not because of the chronic disease, it's because of this college situation and the oppression and the white supremacy that's holding all these Black people back from life and living. And child, it's just a death trap over here in the United States, child.
Upward mobility to carry grandma and them bills on their back when they get out. A man would be nice, but a check would be better. So
when the women, I'm gonna keep interrupting. So anybody that don't like it, you probably should just leave. We're not gonna just let her say these statements and let her get away with it. So all these Black women go to college so that they can come home and take care of the family, y'all. They got to come home and carry everybody on their backs. All this daggone money they making, even though it don't sound like they're making enough money to even pay their student loans. So I'm a little bit confused as to how you taking care of everybody.
And knocks a few Black women off the board as well. Meanwhile, I see our star athlete is cruising right along because for him, he's already accepted the fact that he's going to be carrying his family on his back. He was conditioned into that mindset long ago, except for he's a man, so that's okay. So unlike the Black women who may be stressed and pressed trying to make a bag and bring it back home.
Oh no, Black women are stressed. No, y'all got it going on. What are we talking about? I'm confused. You the same as a man. You just said the white man, I think she said a white man or man at minimum is not stressed because he already knows what it is that he has to do. But Black women are stressed. Why y'all stressed? You're the smartest and the most educated. You should have it all figured out. You know it all. You know it all. What?
He's been getting called the man nonstop since he even got recruited. So yeah, he hasn't even noticed the Black girls dropping out of his dating pool. But that might not even matter for the Black girls that we have left, because now that you've even made it into the same dating pool as him, you now have to be prepared for what it's like to date an athlete. Because while the Black girl's trying to play for his heart like Sinai, he might just be trying to play them for their services. He has away games. He's sore. He needs help with homework in the class he's only been to once this semester. Why? Because basketball comes first. And he needs a woman who is willing to take care of all of that for his sake. Now, you just heard me say that the Black women left are there for better opportunities in the future. How can they focus on being a fairy god girlfriend if they have their own lives to focus on as well?
Oh yeah, with all that racism, we ain't got time to be taking care of your ass. You need to go ahead and do what you're supposed to do because you Black and I'm Black, and you should understand what goes on when we all Black. And I got shit to do. You over there playing basketball or whatever ball you playing, and then here come the white girl. I just have a feeling that's how it's gonna go. She ain't got time. She ain't got nothing to worry about, so she can come and she can cater to him and do whatever it is that he wants to. Because you know, when it's Black women, he out there cheating, but not on white women. I'm assuming this is where we're about to go with all this. But this is not racist, y'all. Not at all. It's okay for Black people to say whatever the fuck they want about anybody else. But if somebody talks about us, then all hell got to break the fuck loose.
It's not just about focus. It's also about proximity. What are these women doing outside of class? What are they into? Likely diving into those extracurriculars that are going to propel them forward in their respective goals. SGA, honor society, intern programs, maybe even a dual degree program, sororities even. But we all know that process and the priorities for Black sororities are a whole lot different than the white ones. And the networks from the Black ones have much farther and weightier reach in the professional world. Well, I guess I wouldn't know. I'm a GDI. But what I do know is that it takes a whole lot of those Black ladies' time.
The hell is a GDI? Anybody know, Bueller? Can she explain some of this shit?
Sometimes a whole semester. Meanwhile, Lily and Emily done found a home for their extra time as team managers and interning with the sports massage therapy.
Team managers, shout out to me. Woo! Shout out to me. I feel like it just makes sense if that's what you're looking for, because child, that is exactly the reason why I became a fucking basketball manager. Exactly the reason why. Shit. I feel like that makes sense. I feel like that was smart of me. I got myself a fucking basketball player. Hello. Now she's like, they just got time to be team managers. Child, you can put yourself in front of the person that you want. What are we talking about? It worked. Child. Shout out to Andre. I appreciate you, boo. He said 1.83 million Black men. Is that what that number is? Don't come for me. are interracially married out of 21.1 million. They love talking about this 5.4% of black men. The preference is rappers and athletes. Yeah. Thank you so much, Boo. No, I agree that the percentage is low, but you know, these people like to talk about anything that's going to get people all riled up and in their feelings and carrying on. That's what I think. And then it's going to keep everybody still focused on race because it's all niggas got. Yeah, I'm saying it. All niggas got is it's white people's fault, white supremacy, racism, coming from people with money. Another person who clearly probably is well-to-do, but it's going to have people focused on this stupid shit that don't even matter at the end of the day. And if an athlete does marry somebody that's not black, so the fuck what? Remember when Kobe died? We already talked about that and how they all came and acted like his kids wasn't black, worrying about where his money is going. I see a running theme around here. I see a running theme around here. But if y'all already got it on, not you, Andre, but if black women got it all going on and got all this money and helping everybody because they the sugar mamas, and I'm not sure why all this thing about money and what other people do with their money continues to be a discussion. I just be so confused. Thank you, Bill. Uncle Rick says the truth is a woman not doing all that talking because she always got something in her mouth. Is that the meat from yesterday? Shout out to grade A. Shout out to you. I appreciate you. RBN, shout out to RBN. He said GDI, god darn incel. That could be. She is not positive for this daggone community at all. But you know, the women will listen to her. Yeah, sis, go, sis. Yeah, sis, go, sis. Y'all already know. Shout out to Chris. Appreciate you, honey. He said my cousin told me something years ago, and that's people do what they want to do. I've dated various races, and not y'all, run your mouth a lot. Shout out to Chris. I agree. I said that too. Women need to do more listening and less talking, but that's not how it goes. Just like we just saw in the last segment. I don't know if you were here, Chris, with the lady who ain't even trying to listen to the damn personal trainer that's clearly in shape. Clearly she got some issues. But you know, you're not allowed to say that because then that's body shaming. No, it's given the facts. She looks like she got some issues. Then she gonna talk about, I ain't gonna listen to a man. Child, don't listen to nobody, child. Go on with your life then, child. Just go on with your life. Anyway, come on, child. Continue on.
Therapists and are now on the road with the team. And this isn't to say that white women don't potentially face the same obstacles as black women, but things work a little differently when society doesn't require you to grow up at a much faster rate than the other kids your age. And when you're not sitting on a trust fund or any measure of accumulated wealth. But I digress. The point.
How can we ever get to accumulated wealth when all black people do is spend all their money? You can't say that. You're a white supremacist talking white supremacist talking points. No, I'm a black woman telling the fucking truth. Niggas is about to be worth zero. Not me. I don't know about y'all. Not me. Because they can't keep shit in their hands. And if all this generational wealth would come, maybe if you stop getting into debt over the student loan debt, then maybe you'd be in a better position. I know it's all Donald Trump's fault that there's no generational wealth amongst black people. And every time, not every time, let me choose the right words. Enough of the time when someone dies, y'all think getting a fucking GoFundMe is the way that you're supposed to bury them. When what you need to do at minimum, you should be having some life insurance. As soon as you have a fucking kid, at minimum, you should be having them damn Gerber things that come to you every day, twice on Sundays. I know ain't no mail on Sunday. And get some fucking life insurance. Because now you have responsibilities, but y'all don't want to do that. And you want to live your life the way that you want to. And then when somebody dies, everybody's supposed to give to you. Or when your ass can't afford your home because you had 55 million kids by 25 million dudes, now all of a sudden it's somebody else's problem. No, take responsibility for your damn self. You don't want to listen. You want to do what you want to do. And then try to say that you know everything. Every time you open your mouth, you show how much you don't know. But y'all don't want to listen to nobody, right? Child, let her speak. Let her speak, child. Shout out to Woke Quill. I appreciate you, hon. He says, so did she pull out the charts and spreadsheets on Eve, Quinta, Serena, etc.? This depolicing is insanity. Offer a better product or keep losing. Well, you know there's not going to be any change because it's always going to be, I'm going to tell you. Y'all already know how that go, child.
I'ma tell you. I'ma tell you. You're not gonna tell me. I'ma tell you. I'ma tell you. You heard what I said? Because I'ma tell you. You're not gonna tell me. I'ma tell you.
I mean, these people can say what they want. I tell y'all, I know what I do know, and I can tell you what I don't know. And I know finance, and I know money. These people can say whatever they want. It's all about what it looks like from the outside. And competing on social media for people that's all lying, first of all. People who all are lying. Second of all, most of the time it's just a bunch of bullshit just to say for the point of clicks, likes, and views in order to get the money up, much like we just saw with Amina yesterday. Lying the day before, or let me say omitting part of the truth to make Peter look bad. And Peter's like, nah, son, that's not what's going on. Do you think they came back and tried to give her a hard time? I'm not saying to attack that woman at all, but they always gonna believe in these women. That's why you got, what's her name? Haley Bailey out here trying to tell DDG what to do. And for all the hate watchers, because I know you're here, the reason why you can't get what it is that you're looking for is because you allow people like this to continue to say whatever the fuck it is that they want about the exact people that you know damn well that you want and are interested in, or you wouldn't be taking this much time to do some shit like this, like y'all are saying out here. You don't have Rolly Roll or all the rest of those idiots out here, or include Jamal Bowman now, okay? You don't have these idiots out here giving anybody any information on wealth building, stocks, how to buy stocks, how to look for good stocks, how to find a decent job, to get yourself some health insurance, life insurance, or anything such, budgeting, saving, credit, how to use it, how not to use it, how not to get into trouble, your credit report, how to improve. They're not telling y'all none of that. And you dummies don't even see it. They don't give a fuck about you. And you listening to these people like they're the people that gave birth to you, which is crazy. All because they saying racism. That's the only thing that triggers you niggas is the word racism and white supremacy. And you still ain't doing nothing about your situation. You just sitting here, taking that shit in, complaining, ain't going nowhere, ain't doing nothing, ain't moving the needle, still the number one baby mama having people, and then want to say that it's somebody else's fault that you can't get your shit together when, again, you have access to the whole fucking world like the rest of us do, and don't want to take no chances. But it's easy to listen to this shit and take it in and say, yeah, sis, go, sis, instead of changing your fucking life and your fucking future. And you don't have anything because of white supremacy and Donald Trump now. So when he goes away, because after this term is over, he can say whatever he wants. After this term is over, who you gonna blame then? I guess you're gonna blame J.D. Vance, but Biden was a saint, right? And he didn't have any issues. And Obama was a saint and he didn't have any issues. You're more aligned to a fucking party than you are to a fucking person that could be in your face with you, meaning the fucking man that you want, because you gotta be out here going along with the get along, shout out to Kwame Brown, to try to act like you down, you part of the hood, the sisterhood and the culture. As Charlemagne continues to change his stance, fuck that nigga. Trust me when I tell you. But you see, he's changing his stance little by little by little. But y'all want to keep saying that it's racism, that's your problem? Okay. I'm going to say that it's fucking laziness, that's your actual problem. Call me what you want. I don't care. I know what I'm talking about. You can't even do the minimum for yourself and your own fucking family. But you certainly know how to get out there with them same Negroes and know how to get fucking pregnant, though. Thank you so much, Woku. I appreciate you. Shout out to Josh Trap, 19 months. Shout out to Trap. Appreciate you, boo. Why they only focus on women? HW respect and desire average black men. I'm not sure what HW is, but respect and desire average black men more than black women. I'm assuming maybe white women. Most black men desire black women, but that will decline as other women outperform black women for black men. Child, just having all this shit that continues to come out saying this dumb shit over and over is enough. Child, I can't even keep up with it. My only point around here is to just let people know that all of us don't think like this, okay? And my girls here, obviously, my MSDs and Mona and Bella and, you know, all these other women that be content creators on here, Gail, we are all not the same. And shout out to RBN. We are not a monolith. They can say what they want. They can talk that talk, right? And then you see in the stats, which I'm not gonna. Maybe I'll do a stat show, but you can see in the stats what it is. We already know what it is: the eviction rate, the student loan rate, the AB rate. Child, what other rate did I miss? That's just a lie, child. That's racism at work. Thank you so much. I dodged the trap. Shout out to Chris with another 10. Thank you, hon. He said, imagine dating a man when he's poor.
This is amazing.
And working towards a goal. There was a famous jazz musician who was bad with money and broke. He married a woman good with money and they became philanthropists. Child, we got married when we were poor, being paid once a month. So I can't even imagine if I didn't have what I had inside of me, because I've had it since my mother. My mother gave me this knowledge about money, finance, credit, and all that stuff. And then I just expanded on it, which is probably why I'm in the field that I'm in now, which is all good in the hood. There's a lot of stuff that my husband didn't know that he knows now. And it's okay that I might know something different, child, and he might know something different from me than I do that I didn't know about because, he's got his own experiences. But child, when people ain't even trying to hear, how the hell are you going to partner with somebody when you're not even trying to hear what the fuck point of view that they have? What the fuck would somebody want to be with you for? Watching that girl talk to that dude when he's clearly knowing what he's talking about. And you clearly don't. I'm not going to listen to a man. What the fuck does that have to do with anything? Die then. I mean, yeah, we all gonna die, but child, just suffer. Child, suffer. Thank you so much, honey. I appreciate you. Maurice, thank you, honey. He said, that's why I know why I rock with you, Philly. Shout out to Philly. Appreciate you, hon. Thank you so much. Shout out to Maggie, the substitute teacher. Maggie, I tried with this crowd. Maggie, I tried with this crowd yesterday with the video. They were not receiving it at all. And there's predominantly men here. That's who I'm talking about, the crusty dusties and musties. But child, I be trying. And anybody, again, as I always say, that's a female that's interested in trying to change your ways and your thoughts because you fucking crazy. If you can relate to this, you need to go ahead and change your thoughts. If you think what she's saying right here is normal, that's why you need to get on over there and listen to Maggie and Luke Hazley, because you got it all the fuck wrong. Blame your mama. I said that. I meant that. Because that's who got it all wrong for you. With all the issues that I might have with my mother, let me tell you what she did do right. She married the right man that became my stepfather. Shout out to her for that. And she gave me all the knowledge, like I said, I have about finance, money, credit, and everything else. And then I expanded it thereafter. Y'all can't even give you minimum of anything. Child. Thank you so much, Maggie. Appreciate you. Live from New York. Thank you, honey. Said, is that the Black man conference bracket? White women making it to the finals once again. Basically, that's what she's showing, but it's supposed to be, if anybody is like, probably Black women, not me, looking at this saying, see what they do. Because, child, they just said the white women become team managers, child. That's exactly what I did, child. You ain't putting yourself in the presence of where it is you need to be. Even though if you do that, if you don't know how to treat people, it ain't going to make no difference, right? You can put yourself as a team manager, just using that as the example, right? And you can be there and you can be in front of not only your own home team, you be there in front of the other home teams, child. I had boyfriends from other schools because I was the damn fucking team manager of the basketball team. I wasn't no dummy. I knew where the dudes were. Shit. And it worked out. It worked out because that's what makes sense. But if I was an asshole or a stuck-up biatch, me being in proximity to them wouldn't have made no bit of difference. It wouldn't have made a difference because they would have said, this bitch, I ain't got time for her. I'm assuming I wasn't. Maybe I was, child. But child, it worked out for me. Anyway, just so I guess I'm white. Child, Death Note will come through and say some shit like that. I guess I was being white, even though it was all Black people, but whatever. Shout out to you, boo. Shout out to RBN. I appreciate you. Messy, notice all the women you named is married. The rest of these big, strong boys don't think like y'all. That's why I say they need to go on over there and get a clue from Luke Hazley and Maggie, the substitute teacher. Because, child, they ain't going to listen to me. I know they ain't going to listen to me, and that's okay because I don't want to talk to your ass anyway. It's going to cost you if you want to talk to me. Fuck that. I don't have time for ignorant people. I really don't. So when I was trying to tell y'all, you didn't want to listen and you was doing all this attacking. So fuck it. We'll just talk about everything that you put out here in the ether. Because y'all, I'm not making this shit up. This was y'all putting out here. This is what y'all are putting out here. Everybody, shout out to everybody that is here. Hit the like button for me. Subscribe if you are new.
Point is, we see who's made it to the end of the BEG season 2025 draft. And of course, for better or for worse, our star athlete was always destined to be waiting for her at the top. So our guy has chosen to take his girlfriend and her blue eyes into sports stardom. They fell in love, and she just happened to be white. And that's your prerogative, king, or generic black athlete. But the only thing I'll give you is at the...
Yeah, king or generic black athlete, child. They certainly know how to throw an insult out here. Should I call y'all generic now? Crusty, dusty, musty, rusty, ashy, ass, idiot, generic bum. Woo! Lord, Lord, Lord.
Circumstances play just as important a role here as do your preferences. On top of whiteness being the standard for beauty and the misogynoir that paints black women as undesirable.
Wait a minute. Wait a damn minute. Now wait a damn minute. So when you put on the wig, and yes, I'm wearing a wig, child. Well, so when you put on a wig and it's bone ass straight, is that being black or is that being like white, Bueller? I need somebody to let me know. Maybe I'm confused. When you got your bone ass, straight ass hair like Cher, y'all know who Cher is, right? Like Kim Kardashian, because that's who most of these people are trying to be like. What's that mean? When you out here with all this and everything else and light brighten it up, what's that about, Bueller? Because then they'll turn around and say colorism, which I'm not saying. Which I'm not saying is not a thing, but that ain't got nothing to do with white people. That got to do with black people. Women to be exact, because my mother is light, bright, and almost white, right? And she told me all about that shit on what she had to go through back then. Not my issue. But even if it was, I'd still be like, child, I don't give a fuck. What do you want me to do? I don't give a fuck. The complexion is what the fucking complexion is. I don't care. Why would I care? I'm not trying to be white. Why always all this concern with white people? They're not even the ones that's the people that we really need to be concerned with at the end of the day. Who's surpassing? I believe it's Indians and Asians. But they got white and black people out here like this. Child. RBN, appreciate you. He said, hi, my name is Generic Bum. Yes, I got to remember that. I have so much to remember, y'all. I'm old. I can't be remembering all this.
There are real damaging implications behind black athletes who actively seek out anything but a black woman and are vocal about that. Because the average Joes who will never have the chance at your type of talent, stardom, or proximity to white.
You know what? Samsung.
This is amazing.
How come people like her ain't saying nothing about that when they do have this blonde ass hair stuck to the fucking forehead, straight down the asshole, or pink, or orange, or red? Like maybe we got some red going on. Nobody ever says anything about that because that's acceptable. But y'all, crusty, dusty, musties are the problem. You know that, right? Y'all the problem. Shout out to Zeroic. I appreciate you. He said, hi, I'm Musty, Ashy, and Jeanette. Yes, you are. Are there any strong black men or strong men, period, up in here paying their light bills, paying their rent? Anybody, Bueller? Any strong black men in here today?
Whiteness will do their best to emulate your success in any way they can, even if it's just having a white woman, and punching down on black women in the process because they have no other real way to verbalize their choice other than the fact that they want to be just like you. Now, will this...
Now y'all punching down on black women. Woo! Lord. Any insult after insult after insult after insult after insult after insult. I cannot imagine why there's a problem, Sha.
This new couple survived once our star athlete finally makes it into the big league? Will he be tokenized and fetishized to the point of no return? Will he use his proximity to whiteness to try to get him out of trouble over and over again when the police come knocking? Who knows? I mean, we absolutely do know. Before.
Oh, yes. Make sure we bring the oppressor up, y'all. Make sure we bring the oppressor up. When the oppressor comes a knocking, because you know, black men, all you're going to do is be taken out by the oppressor. That's also what Jamal Bowman said. You know, he had to name all those people because the oppressor is out here taking us out. Shout out to Andre. Appreciate you. He said black businesses made $211 billion last year, paid out $64.5 billion in payroll, over $1 trillion revenue in the last 5 years, mostly owned by black men. Look at that. Actually, no, you lying. You lying. It's not true, Andre. I don't believe you. This woman would never admit to that, and none of them will, because black women are taking care of you, you generic Fs, okay? Y'all ain't got shit, ain't never gonna have shit, ain't never gonna be shit, you ain't going nowhere because all y'all are shit, okay? If they say it, then it has to be true because they are the sugar mamas of the community. Shout out to you, boo. I appreciate you.
For the sake of the bit, who knows? Nevertheless, until next year, this has been our 2025 BET Draft. My name is Lene Beni, and don't you move because we've got more after this break.
Child, what more is there? Let's see. Do I care about the rest?
Who prefer white women at large?
I would honestly say mine is frustration.
Okay.
Because I think the conversation needs to go in a different direction.
Okay.
I think we're lacking the communicative skills to be able to even have a conversation that's edifying, that gets us to the other side of being frustrated. It is something that's a real thing, and I can acknowledge that. But even as a Black woman, a former athlete that went to a PWI, a single Black woman, you know, I have my feelings. Like, I love Black men. I prefer them as well. So it's almost like sometimes I feel like, man, they got another one of them. But at the same time, it's like, you know, love is love. And there's so much,
love is love. You know, love is love.
Convoluted issue. So for me, I'm just excited to dive in it with you guys. And hopefully people that watch will understand, like, it's not just as black and white, no pun intended, as it may come across.
And before we get to talking about more about preference and I guess what we find appealing or attractive.
Don't look like she got a ring on her finger, allegedly.
I want to speak a little bit to what you said about these people don't really understand me and I don't understand them. I think for me specifically, when I think about my choice and who I want to end up with, I want to be with somebody I don't got to explain nothing.
Yeah,
I want to be with somebody that I ain't got to explain nothing to. Oh, so it's supposed to osmose what the hell is going on in your mind? Just figure it out. You should be able to figure it out. Y'all, I have a video on that too. I got to see if I can find it and play it. Where am I at? I'm just a little over an hour.
And unfortunately, no offense, Deontay, I'm going to have to explain certain things to a man. That's something you're not going to get. But a white one, for me, absolutely not.
Yeah, because it's two factors now. It's like, also too, it's like, I remember I was talking to this white girl one time because she had like red hair. I thought that was like, I was like, whoa. Like, you feel me? Like, it's just crazy. You feel me? But it's like, I had brought her to my neighborhood and like, the way we was talking and communicating, she was like, what does this mean? What does it mean? I was like, this is getting annoying. Like, I'm not trying to translate. Just kick, like, shut up. You know what I'm saying? But like, you know what I'm saying? Like, cause I'm thinking, but this how you think, cause it's like, you watch this and it's like, yo, Shawty got red hair. Like, you see what I'm doing out here? Like, but the translation part, it was just like,
what is he talking about? Cause I feel like I don't understand what he's saying. Shout out to Dap in the building. Thank you, hon. He said Skittles colored hair. Oh, Lord. Spiders on your eyelids. Trust me, I don't miss. Caked up witchcraft on your face. Nefertiti claws on your fingers. Carved up bodies, but black men are generic. Dap, are you a strong, independent black man? Okay? Because then that would make sense with what it is that you're saying. Over here, trying to act like you an adult, paying bills and shit. What the hell is that about? If you don't get out here and get behind black women, child, we already know about the spiders, makeup, and weave. Understood. But, you know, I'm not, you know, y'all can't say anything. Oh, I'm going to say it. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck because I'm black, too. I'm a black woman, and I can say it. Child, these people full of shit. We already know that. I don't know what this dude is saying. You see how high his hair is on top of his head? What is going on here? Shout out to you, boo. I appreciate you. Hit the like button for me, y'all. Hit the like button for me.
Like, oh, I really don't get these people. And then when I went to her house, it was like, how are you? It's like, what you weren't expecting me? But nah, they wasn't expecting me. So it's like, oh yeah, these dynamics is
and now
off.
your safety.
Yeah, I feel like too uncomfortable.
So you go over to a white person's house, they wasn't expecting you to be black. Now you got to worry about your safety. But if you go to the hood, y'all, you ain't got to worry about your safety, child. You ain't got to worry about your safety at all. All right?
So to the point where it's like, yeah, go up and go in the room. And it's like, go in the room.
No, I ain't going in the room.
Go in the room is...
Yeah, I was like, man, you know, my dad, he really gonna trip. I'm gonna get up out of here because I don't feel comfortable over here.
Okay.
So it's like, but you remember stuff like that. Even and as a boy, it's like when they daddy be looking at you weird, it's like, let me get up out of here. If I had to call my dad. You feel me?
We don't want your dad to show
up. Oh God.
Okay, and what about you, Sheree?
This is a tough one, guys. Because Lene, I'm with you on that.
Okay.
As a black woman, I don't believe wholeheartedly that any man other than a black man can truly connect with me in the way that you described.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. They love y'all. Look at that. They want to connect with y'all. Come on now. SYCBM, gentlemen. You strong independence. Get it together.
On the other side of that, I have to also own the fact that there are frustrations that I have with a sect of Black men in this generation when it comes to partnering, when it comes to potentially.
Uh-oh, you guys have a problem with partnering. Sounds like a little bit more insults.
Being a husband or even a viable boyfriend that has now put me in a position where, even though I really don't want to be open to dating men outside my race, I don't want to do it. Let me be very clear. It's not what I.
You all are forcing this woman to date outside of her race. How dare y'all force these women to date outside of their race while they just sat here and went over the draft on y'all athletes choosing white women, but they're forced to. Y'all just do it. They're forced to. How dare you? How dare you? She's flummoxed. Y'all can't do shit right. I'm sick of y'all. I'm sick of it.
I want.
That makes sense.
But it's something that at almost 39 years old, still desiring a family in that life.
Oh, so she's 40. Where's Kevin Samuels when you need him? Rest in peace to the Godfather.
I may have to be open to.
Yeah.
So I haven't had any experiences necessarily with being in the proximity that you mentioned with white males when it comes to dating. Now I will say, growing up, my cousin used to always, tease me that I would end up with a white man, and it would make me so mad. It would really upset me. Like, why would you say that? Like, am I not good enough to be with a Black man? But that, outside of that comment, no.
We don't have an issue with what you like.
Right.
Lies. But Anitra says, those Black women, the reason Black men didn't give me a chance, we can all blame somebody. I think that these women are the reasons why Black men do choose to not deal with Black women. And then the ones that co-sign it, because when you look at comments and you see all the people saying, yeah, sis, go sis, why would they deal with this? That one somebody talking about, I'm not going to tell you what's going on or how I feel or something like that she just said. Oh, why the fuck he's supposed to know anything about you if you ain't opening your damn mouth? Or if you're like the last lady in the last segment talking about, I'm not going to ever listen to a man. I don't know what the hell is the problem. I don't really care, honestly. I don't. I'm going to admit to y'all, this is just content at the end of the day. But I'm going to definitely make sure that I say, this is why everything is so crazy. I think it was I Dodged a Trap or somebody in here that keeps saying, why don't you ask men these questions? Why don't they ask y'all? That's a good question. Why don't they ever ask y'all directly and straight to your face? Except for you come up with that dude who I don't even know what that is, what's going on with him. Because if you act like some of y'all do, I'm gonna just say some of y'all, then you'll be considered MSG and not the good MSG, but the real MSG and red pilled and you're not a good man and no one needs to listen to you and yada, yada, yada. You already know. Well, cool. Thank you, honey. Said Black men are just put in weaves screaming, you gonna date Brad, like it or not, I guess. Yes. Weapons to the weaves screaming, you gonna date Brad, like it or not. That's exactly what's going on. This is all your fault. Everything is your fault. You do nothing right. You heard? Not one damn thing. I'm just here to remind you. Here to repeat it for you, you idiot creature bums. Okay? Strong, independent idiot creature bums.
I don't.
One of our issues, particularly for straight Black women, is that there's not a lot of y'all to choose from.
I almost ran up.
I hate to say it, I hope it don't sound ridiculous, but the numbers quite literally don't lie.
Right.
And then the way things are also set up, Black women being one.
Interested in the numbers that they listen to and the numbers that they don't. Let's hear that again. Oh, I might have gone too far because I don't want to hear him.
And counterparts, and the counterparts we do have, they got their pick of the litter.
Yes, they do.
And that being one of the most educated groups, it is difficult for us to find counterparts. Ridiculous, but the numbers quite literally don't lie. And then the way things are also set up, Black women being one of the most educated groups, it is difficult for us to find counterparts. And the counterparts we do have, they got their pick of the litter.
Yes, they do.
And now we have.
So why don't y'all have your pick of the litter? You see how she gives herself and her Black women compliments and then be ready to give y'all something negative real quick, right? So why is it that both y'all went to college and they get the pick and y'all don't? What is that about, Bueller? Anybody? Bueller? I'm just a little confused if y'all in the same place and everybody is equal now. Everybody's equal around her. How come you ain't got no pics of the little child? I'm confused.
We already have to compete with one another in a way that is, unfortunately, it makes it difficult to be community oriented when we like, because of scarcity mindset. But then when we see you turning the other way and you do it because, and your answer is always because, and I'm not talking about everybody, but for those of you who say your answer is because you dislike this, that, and the other about Black women, it just opens up the whole conversation.
They always talking about what y'all are saying.
Then when we see you turning the other way and you do it because, and your answer is always because, and I'm not talking about everybody, but for those of you who say your answer is because you dislike this, that, and the other about Black women, it just opens up the whole conversation about beauty standards and privilege. And even you mentioned the white hair, these things that feel exotic. Have you had any personal experiences in either way? Because I mean, you're attracted to women and you being a woman yourself, where you felt like that has influenced your choices or you could see its influence on the choices of people around you?
You know what? Yes to the aesthetic piece, but I will even go a step further. For me, it goes like to an attitude or perceived attitude piece. Even most recently. Shaq, hey Shaq, I love you, but hey. So I did, no, I love Shaq, but he's part of my story. So I was doing a segment on the Shade Room and I was smiling but very much confident in what I was saying, talking like I'm talking to you all. And Shaq is watching, it's like a live stream on YouTube, and he's like, she's so pretty, but she's so mean. And I was like, Shaq, I'm not mean. Why would you say that? And I think there's something about Black women who are confident and solid in who they are that sometimes can be perceived as we're angry.
Oh, it's confidence, y'all. It's just confidence. Y'all just don't know. Y'all just think everything is negative. You just trying to put that trope out there about the angry Black woman, but all she is confident in what it is that she's talking about. Y'all getting it wrong. It's y'all's fault yet again. It is y'all's fault yet again. Except she just called out Shaq this time, but y'all included. Shaq's included. Y'all can't do shit right. Andre, thank you, hon. He said, what? Men like them, but they won't vote or hire them. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Who did the white men vote for this year? Oh, yeah, Donald Trump. Who did the white women vote for? Donald Trump. Child, and then y'all around here voting for Donald Trump. Y'all are white supremacists. Just because y'all ain't talking, y'all are some white supremacists right along with me. That's why y'all here. Shout out to us. Robert, you're talking white right now, okay? Ain't no being a sweet woman. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? You're being racist right now. You can't say that white man about Black women be sweet. She is being sweet.
This is amazing.
It's Shaq's fault and y'all and the rest of the Negroes here that she's being perceived as angry. Not the 1,000,001 videos that I show. Hold on a second, child. Hold on.
America, please get me out of this place. Huh? I'm tired. I'm losing my shit. But if you're tired, then go take a nap. Tired! I'm fucking tired! I'm fucking tired! You got to shut up. I'm fucking tired! I'm fucking tired!
Girl, what? That's y'all's fault too. I mean, I know she's mad at Donald Trump. I'm going to go on a limb and say that's what that was really about. But at the end of the day, because 5 seconds of Black men went and voted for Trump, it's all y'all's fault. I'm just saying. Uncle Rick says, I can never be intimidated by something that screams when a rat is present. Child, I'm running and screaming. I am running and screaming. And I don't have a problem with saying that either. Woo! I cannot. That's one of the problems with New York. That's like one of the only problems. I love New York, but child, I seen a rat on the street one day. Woo! Yup, that would be me. I'm running. Ain't no shame to my damn game. Random 189. I appreciate you, hon. He says, so many Black women always say Black men date out over colorism, featureism. Even when the men tell them to their faces, it's their attitudes. It's cool. Well, she got a great attitude. It's Shaq that was the problem. It's Shaq that was the problem. I am a sweet woman. I want to know how many people tell her she's a sweet woman. Okay. That'd be a great question to say to some of these people that say, we're not, what do they say? We're not angry, right? Now, let's not act like all of us have an angry emotion, right? Okay. But like when people say things about me, it'd be like, you have a beautiful smile. Probably because I be smiling, because I learned that from my mother as well. She said you would want to have a pleasant disposition. And she said, if the worst thing that you can have is a laugh line, then I guess a laugh line is what ye shall have. I'm like, all right, that makes sense, right? Why be miserable? I would rather have laugh lines, right, than to have frown lines. I'm just saying, that's why I'd be like, child, blame your mom. If you know how when they say on some of these interviews on the street and shit, and I got about 10 more minutes, they'd be like, what would your ex say about you, right? They don't ever want to have that happen, or they always just hesitate for a second and then come back with something positive, right? Why you be hesitating? Let us talk to him. Seriously. Bring him on up out here so we can ask. You could talk to any ex of mine. Any of them. I wouldn't care. I would not care at all. What they won't say is that I'm an angry Black woman. I promise you that. They will not say that. Probably say she's so goofy. All she do is make jokes. She make people laugh. She always smiling. She has beautiful eyes. That's shit like that. Oh, she can get with you. They're gonna say that too. Oh, she can get with you. They definitely gonna say that. Because if it don't make sense, I'm a answer to it. For real. I'm gonna say something about it. But it don't gotta be all this crazy. I'm not saying that when I was younger I didn't act crazy, because I'm not even gonna lie. But it ain't gotta be all this and slashing tires and coming over to people's houses and breaking into cars and all that shit. Child, my thought was, I'm not going to jail over near nobody. I got too much to be worried about and live for to be going out like that, I shall call it, over some bullshit, which I learned from my stepfather. You get your emotions in check, or you're going to find yourself in a bad situation as fast as that if you don't think before you act. Sorry, y'all didn't have no fathers to teach you that. You don't need men. I guess your mama thought the same thing. But I say I'm grateful for father, stepfather, and even my mother at the end of the day, but especially my grandmothers. Sorry that your families didn't end up like that. Sorry that your shit sucked and that you were miserable every moment of your childhood. All of us didn't grow up like that. All of us didn't have people like that. And that's okay. But y'all be hating on people who actually, for the most part, had a decent life. Imagine being upset at something like that. Maybe that's why you got a problem with not being able to have a relationship or have something with a damn man. You ever think about looking at it from that perspective? No, you wouldn't do that. And when I say go over there and talk to Maggie and Luke Hazley, you don't want to listen. And I know you don't want to listen to me. You mean, and I am, and I can be, for sure. Because I don't put up with bullshit. And that's okay. That's okay. Why would I? I don't have to. I'm a whole ass fucking adult. A strong, independent woman that pays some bills around here. But that's not my thing. That's y'all's. Because y'all so damn crusty. Y'all out here crustying it up. Random. Thank you, hun. So many Black women always say Black men date out over. We read that. Even when the men tell them to their faces it's their attitude, they're not going to listen to that. They ain't never going to listen to that, in my opinion. And so this will continue and continue and continue. And they still will listen to people that don't have their best interest at heart. The same people who are millionaires, the same people who are lining their pockets off of all this shit right here by just saying everything is racist, everybody is racist, and white supremacy is holding everybody back. That's just going to be the answer to everything. Because you can't do shit for yourself, and you can't go find out shit for yourself.
Or we have an attitude, or we're boisterous when we simply just believe in what we're saying. And we naturally emote differently than other races of women anyway.
Right.
So for me, it's been more of that. I'm taller, so I kind of have a presence about me with that. The aesthetic piece, I haven't gotten to that point yet, to be honest with you. I haven't gotten to that point of insecurity yet because I'm still dealing with what I just talked to you about.
You don't need to get there.
You know what I'm saying? I don't want to get there, but I do think sometimes just the confidence, the assertiveness, it can be a little off-putting.
Intimidating.
Yeah.
The confidence, the assertiveness, it can be intimidating. There goes that word again. Y'all be intimidated. Uncle Rick said he can't be intimidated by somebody that's going to scream when a rat comes up. Child, I'm going to scream when a mouse come up. I'm going to scream about all of it and run. But it's always intimidation. So intimidated. Oh, is that not an attitude? You're intimidated by me. Everybody's intimidated by me. That's what is it called? An air. I think it used to be said back in the day, an air about you. You think you up here when you're really not. You got airs about you, something like that. That's what that sounds like to me. So shit ain't working out for you. It's not you. It's them. They the problem that you can't get what you looking for. Good luck with that.
So I think that's the intimidation piece is what I've dealt with.
Heard that, and I'm gonna let you answer. But I've even heard that specifically in the whole like comparison piece, white women being softer or more malleable or amicable or amenable to particularly black men leading. But also to my point earlier, it's not a whole lot of y'all left.
It's not.
In the y'all that's left,
it's not.
How many y'all that can lead?
I don't know.
It's even by a smaller margin. But anyway, go ahead.
Well, I just think
another insult. But ain't none of y'all left. Ain't many of y'all out here. You heard that, right? You talking about you Negroes, you crusty, dusty musties. Ain't a lot of y'all left. So now that's the excuse. Since not a lot of y'all left. Wow. I guess that's why they following y'all over to Asia. Child, y'all know I'm not really laughing at this, but child, at this point, what else can be done? So to the hate watchers, this would be why you continue to have issues, because you allow shit like this and people like this to come out here and say this bullshit, co-sign it. You don't deny it. You don't call it out. And then you get all that in the comments, which I'm going to look for the comments real quick because I'm not going to be able to finish this because I got to get back to work and see what the comments say. And you think that all these low percentage of black men don't see this shit? They all might not, but enough of them do. You think they don't hear this shit? If we all hearing it, you think they don't hear it? Well, y'all still out here listening to people that don't have your best interest at heart, child. It's just wash, rinse, and fucking repeat. Hubris. Yeah, that's it too. Yeah.
So I'm listening to what you're saying, and it's like all these attributes that black women have that people want to kind of rein in. If you was Latino, sexy. So it's like that.
Oh, now if it was you was Latino, it's sexy. Is that what y'all say? Now he bringing in the Latinos. I don't know. Is that what goes on, y'all? On black women, it's not good, but on Latinos, it's good. It's sexy. Is that what y'all doing? Crusties. Dusties. Y'all like Jennifer Lopez, but you don't like, he looking goofy. What a pause. Spicy Latina. Anitra said we have black women calling cooking and cleaning slavery. Right? We're totally lost as a community. We have to go outward for some. I agree with you. That is the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. Like to with all this, slavery is the worst thing that's ever happened, which I don't disagree with. To black people and blah, 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 blah. I don't disagree with that. So for you to negate the importance of it while you're trying to shame people and acknowledging the importance of it by saying that cooking and cleaning is something that you have to do or you a dirty, funky ass bitch. To say that it's a problem because you got to do it for your own home, for your own family is crazy to me. That's your family. That's your family. And you complaining about cooking and cleaning. Woo! Can't make it up, child. You can't make it up. CIP said a spicy Latina is a headache. Who wants that? I don't know. I'll let y'all talk on that. RBN says I like my women crispy. Not crispy black. Robert said he looks Cuban ABCD. Chop. Y'all ain't shit. This pose right here, though. Let me see some comments because then I got to go. Aren't we sick of having the same old tired conversation? Yes. So basically, if they see a black woman with a non-black man, they sympathize with a hypothetical struggle that women might have gone through. But if they see a black man with a non-black woman, they dismiss him as a sellout and go on about their business, basically. Why do women clamor for athletes instead of academics and blue-collar guys? Shout out to the blue-collar workers. This topic is pointless as F. Of course, a Black woman, our own, will be hosting some BS like this. It's their preference. Laugh out loud. Let them be and enjoy life with their partner. This segment gives me mad Black woman vibes. Oh no, not the Tyler Perry child. Imagine being so jealous and resentful that you think this show should be a good idea. A little self-awareness would go a long way. People saying this is a pointless conversation as if the white establishment doesn't follow a specific agenda to separate Black men and women. Y'all are acting dense on purpose because you're exactly who they're talking about. What I love is how everybody allegedly always knows what the agenda is, but never does anything to combat said agenda. So I feel like that's just something to just fucking say. If y'all know the agenda so well and it's such an agenda, then why is it working? Why isn't it, if you know what the problem is, that you don't fucking fix it, except you continue to follow along with it? There's no alleged agenda. This is how people are. This is how they feel. And it's got to do with they fucking issues, lies, or whatever the hell you want to call it. But you want to minimize it to say that it's something else than what it is. It's absolutely what people want to be. If anybody thinks they're not as free as they want to be in 2025 as maybe 25 years ago, you're a fucking idiot. You got less opportunity today in 2025 than you did 25 years ago. You're a fucking idiot if you think that. This one says, oh, that's Medium Man. Why would you want someone not attracted to you? Jesus, pointless conversation. Who cares who people date? Find someone who wants to date you. Well, I'm feeling like that's the problem, sir, but I could be wrong. I'm glad she finally has a bigger platform, whoever the hell this person is. Talk down about the only group of men who marry y'all in large numbers. Uh-oh. Everybody in the comments can be right, but regardless, this is still America's fault. They made everything about race, so you can't be mad at the karma. Wow. That's what it is. America's fault now. Child, I can't. It's America's fault, y'all, in case you missed that. It's always somebody else's fault and problem. No one is responsible for themselves, their decisions, as people, as adults, as people navigating in the world. Everybody, all these women know how to go to school, but they don't know how to get some help for the problems that they're having. And it's just easier to blame somebody else. It's the white women's fault. It's the Black men's fault. It's the agenda. It's white supremacy. It's Donald Trump. It's everybody else except the man in the motherfucking mirror. Rest in peace to Michael Jackson. In the anniversary of his death 2 days ago. Child, I don't care. It's funny. I think it's fucking hilarious because it's something that you're doing to your damn self and you don't even realize it. Wasting time, precious life hours, talking about having a kid. She pushing 40. You ain't interested in having no kid, and I'm not co-signing single motherism. I'm not co-signing that at all. But if you're not going to do what you need to do in order to get what it is that you allegedly want, that's a you problem. Don't blame it on the alleged not enough men, not enough Black men. No, you just don't know how to act. You just had Shaq tell you still out here talking about it's not you. Listen to nobody, then listen to nobody and have another show so that I can go ahead and talk about you. But shout out to y'all. I appreciate you. Quick lunchtime, even though it was an hour and a half. Got to get back to work. I will be on tonight with Trinidad, FDNHT. I don't even know what time it is, but it'll be later on tonight. So hopefully y'all will be there. The information is on the community wall. If you're not already subscribed, no outro because I got to go. Shout out to everyone that donated. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. I will see y'all on Sunday for my next show, not Saturday. Okay. So it'll be Sunday at 10 a.m. EST. Hopefully you will be there. I don't know what it's about. Shout out to everybody that sends me stuff, y'all. I do see it. Know that I have a social media manager, so I might not be the person that sees it, but stuff is sent to me as it's deemed as interesting enough and should be a part of the show. And sometimes I will go through. So don't think just because you're not going to answer that we don't see it. We just got to filter through it all. So shout out to all of y'all. I appreciate everything that you offer to the channel. I see you on the next one.